Go ahead, bring her out. And then I'll just kind of sneak back in. Alright.
Alright, so this is Eek. Eek is a barred owl. Why do you think she might be called a barred owl? You were answering all my questions. You forgot? That's fine. Anybody else think they know? Look at what she looks like. Does anybody see anything? It's kind of like bars.
She can turn over 100 degrees.
She what?
She can turn her head really far.
She can turn her head really far. So she's called a barred owl because she has these bars on her front and on her tail feathers too that you can see. Why do you think she might have bars like that? What did that help her do? What do you think?
So the prey couldn't hear her coming.
So the prey couldn't see her coming, right? So she camouflages really well with those bars. She also can fly really silently, so that's something else that she can do. Her feathers have little fringes on them so that prey can't hear her coming. So they also can hear her. So Eek came to us in 2006 because she was hit by a car in Connecticut, which damaged one of her eyes. So if anybody can see, her eye looks a little cloudy on this side. So she really can't see out of that eye, and she can't fly as well as she could before the accident. So she came to live with us at the Audubon Society after she failed a test where she couldn't catch a mouse. They decided that she wouldn't be able to care for herself, so she came to us at the Audubon Society, where we feed her mice and chicks and quail every day, depending on the day. Not a lot of mice. So like I was talking about before, she's got these sharp talons, she's got a hooked beak, and she's also got very good hearing. So she's got what we call asymmetrical ears. So we have ears on either side of our head about the same level, right? She's got one ear up here. She's got an ear hole underneath her feathers, so you can't really see it. Up here, and then she's got one down here. And that helps her locate where sound is coming from.
Why should we have an ear up there and an ear down there?
Because it helps her locate where sound is coming from. So sometimes when we hear sound, if it's right level with our ears, it's hard for us to pinpoint where it's coming from. You guys have a dog. If you've ever seen a dog hear a sound and they're not sure what it is, what do? Does anybody know? They bark, maybe they bark. But have you ever seen a dog cock its head like this to try and figure out what a sound is, like this? So they do that because they want one ear higher and one ear lower, and that helps them pinpoint where a sound is coming from. Does anybody have questions about Eek? Our barred owl? Sorry, who? You want to raise your hand just so I can tell who's asking a question? What's up?
Why is she a girl?
Is she a girl? Yep, she's a girl, and that's something we had to take her to the vet to find out, although the girls tend to be a little bit bigger than the male barred owls. Any other questions? What's your question? Did you forget? You didn't have one. Alright.
What kind of nest do they usually build?
What kind of nest? They like to nest in trees. They build really medium-sized
A stick nest? Or?
Yeah.
Stick nest.
Any other questions? So the other thing that I know that you were talking about is owls have good eyesight and they have big eyes. So can we hold up our fist like this? So that's how big your eye would be if you were an owl. Your eye would be as big as your fist. And since their eyes are so big, and they've got these bony plates around their eyes, so they can't turn their eyes in their head. So we can turn our eyes in our head. Can everybody look at the person next to you without turning your chin? Just turn your eyes. Look at the other person next to you. I can see Eek right now. You know, my chin turned. So owls can't do that. They have to turn their whole head if they want to see what is next to them. So they can turn their head further around than we can. We can turn our head about 90 degrees and put our chin on our shoulder, but we can't turn our head any further. Owls can turn their head and look straight behind them, and then they can keep turning their head and look that direction. So they can turn their head 3/4 of the way around. probably turn around and look. And sometimes I'll get people to, if I have a helper, I'll have someone walk around behind me so you guys can see how she can look straight behind her. She can turn her head. She has more vertebrae in her neck than we do, and she can turn her head further around. Any other questions about EEC?
What did you help her get out of the road?
Why?
Why did you help her
When?
get out?
In 2006. 2006, so about 6 years ago. So we don't know how old she is because she came to us as a full-grown adult, and we're not really sure how old she was when we got her.
And how long do they live?
They could live about 9 or 10 years out in the wild, and in captivity they'll live 15 or 16 years. So.
And how much does she weigh?
She weighs, I used to know these weights. She weighs about a pound, I believe, maybe a pound and a half. Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, totally. Lots of feathers.
What advantage is it to have them, to be able to spin your head all the way around instead of maybe just turning your body like we do and, you know?
Well, if you guys could see her do it, she does it very silently, so she can silently just turn her head very quickly around, and whatever she's looking at might not notice that she can turn her head.
Oh, so it's less movement.
Less movement. And also just that her big eyes, she has such big eyes that she doesn't have the muscles necessary to move, to move her eyes. Yeah. So it's sort of a trade-off there.
So it's not like she's looking over her shoulder for another predator that's on after her or anything like that. You don't feed the other predators?
The little owls will be predated by bigger owls and bigger birds. Yeah.
Do foxes eat owls?
Foxes eat owls? Probably not the big owl. You're about to see a bigger and even bigger owl than this one.
A greyhound, probably.
Huh?
A greyhound.
A great horned owl. Yep. Is that great horned